Good morning and welcome to the 2025 Veterans Day celebration at Don Tyson School of Innovation and the 250th birthday of the Marines. I am Amy Harrison, principal at Don Tyson School of Innovation. On behalf of Dr. Cleveland, the district administration team, and our school board, we are glad you're here today to honor our veterans and recognize their dedication to our country. The state of Arkansas is home to more than 182,000 veterans. Today, we extend a warm welcome to our veterans and community members. A special welcome to Representative Unger, who is in the audience today. Mr. Unger, could you stand up? Thank you for coming. While no words can fully repay the debt owed to those who have served our nation, we offer our deepest gratitude for the courage, dedication, and sacrifice shown by you and your families. On behalf of the Phoenix family at Don Tyson School of Innovation, we invite you to enjoy today's assembly, our heartfelt tribute to the men and women who have proudly served the United States.
Good morning. My name is Vaughn Fields, and I'm a euphonium player in the Wind Symphony. The Wind Symphony would like to honor the men and women who have served and continue to serve in our armed forces. Their courage, sacrifice, and commitment have preserved the freedoms we enjoy every day. As we share this music, we do so in gratitude and respect for all our veterans, past and present. Ladies and gentlemen, they solemnly served by Rossano Galante.
Good morning. Welcome to our honored guests. We're so grateful that you chose to spend the morning with us on this reverent occasion. My name is Brandon Cooper, and I'm a history teacher here at Don Tyson School of Innovation. And this morning I would like to share a little history with you. Veterans Day is a time to honor all men and women who have served in the United States Armed Forces. The holiday began as Armistice Day, first observed on November 11th, 1919, marking the first anniversary of the end of World War I. The fighting officially ceased at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, a moment that symbolized both the end of war and the hope for lasting peace. Later, in 1954, following the experiences of World War II and the Korean War, Congress renamed the holiday Veterans Day to recognize and honor all American veterans, not just those from World War I. Today, we pause to reflect on the courage, sacrifice, and dedication of the men and women who have defended our freedoms. It is a day to thank our veterans and to remember the values they fought to protect: liberty, justice, and the promise of a stronger nation.
Good morning. My name is Daisy Lopez, and I'm a 12th grader and the president of the National Honor Society. For more than 225 years, the American flag has stood as a symbol, our proud symbol of freedom, unity, and justice. In times of war and peace alike, its presence has reminded our foes that democracy endures and reassured our friends that liberty stands strong. Few symbols capture the spirit and strength of our nation as powerful as the American flag. At this time, please stand as DTSOI students and Scout Troop 107B and 8G members present the United States and Arkansas flags.
Audience attention, color guard attention. Color guard forward march. Color guard halt. Color guard present the colors. Audience salute. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Color guard post the colors. Color guard reform. Color guard left face. Color guard forward march. Color guard at ease, audience at ease.
At this time, please stand for the national anthem performed by the DTSOI and Chamber Choir.
morning. My name is Gwendolyn Johnson. Written by Irving Berlin in 1918 and revised during World War II, God Bless America has become one of our nation's most beloved patriotic songs. Today, we sing it in honor of all the men and women who have served our country and in gratitude for the freedoms they protect. Please join us in reflecting on the blessings of liberty as the DTSOI Chamber Choir performs God Bless America.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Shelby Oliver, and I'm a social studies teacher here at Don Tyson School of Innovation. At this time, I would like to take a moment to recognize and honor the members of our DTSOI faculty and staff today who are veterans. Just as they served our country with courage and dedication in the military, they continue to serve our students every day as teachers and staff. Please join me in showing our appreciation for their service, both in uniform and in the classroom. Science teacher, Mrs. Chana Keese, U.S. Coast Guard. Industrial maintenance teacher, Mr. Wes Higginson, U.S. Air Force. Trade skills teacher, Mr. David McGee, U.S. Air Force and U.S. Army National Guard. Band instructor, Dr. Manchusa Laun Sangrung, U.S. Army Sergeant. Teacher, Mr. James Knipple, U.S. Navy. And teacher, Mr. John Diesel, U.S. Army.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Hopper. I have the honor of serving as one of our assistant principals for Don Tyson School of Innovation. At Don Tyson, our students and community take great pride in supporting the men and women of our armed forces. Many of our students are inspired by the tradition of service, and we deeply value the sacrifices made by those who protect our freedoms each and every day. It is my pleasure today to welcome Army recruiter Sergeant Rodney McCombs. Sergeant McCombs has dedicated his career to serving our country and helping others explore opportunities in the Army. Today, he will be introducing our students who have committed to serving the military, giving us all a chance to recognize and celebrate their dedication. Please join me in welcoming Sergeant McCombs.
Thank you for the introduction, Dr. Hopper. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sergeant Rodney McCombs, and I am proud to serve in the United States Army and as the primary active duty and Army Reserves recruiter for Don Tyson School of Innovation and Springdale High School. It is a great honor for me to be here today, and it is an even greater privilege for me to introduce the following students. Please join me in recognition of your fellow classmates, peers, and future leaders in their decision to live the Army values of loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Alexandra Perea, with the primary military occupational specialty of chemical equipment repair. Alexandra joined the U.S. Army Reserves her junior year, and Alexandra has already successfully completed basic training over the course of summer vacation. Angel Machado. Angel joined the United States Army Reserves over his summer vacation with the primary MOS of chemical equipment repair. He will attend basic training this summer. Ethan Hill. Ethan joined the active duty U.S. Army over his summer vacation with the primary MOS of infantry. Ethan will also attend basic training this summer. Thank you for your dedication to live the Army values, your decision to steward the military profession, and your commitment to the pursuit of excellence.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Creed Beck, and I'm a sophomore here at DTSOI. It is my honor to introduce our guest speaker today, Colonel Kevin Cox. Colonel Kevin Cox began his military career as an enlisted fire direction specialist in 1991. During his 34-year career, he deployed overseas to Kosovo and Iraq for approximately 3 years. He's had numerous command and staff assignments, with the most notable being his assignments as the Chief of Staff for the 39th Infantry Brigade Combat Team, the Arkansas Operations Officer for the Army, and his current position as the commander of Fort Chaffee Joint Maneuver Training Center. Colonel Cox is a 2018 U.S. Army War College graduate and a Level 3 Joint Qualified Officer. He obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting from Arkansas State University and is a licensed certified public accountant. He also earned 3 master's degrees, consisting of a Master's of Military Arts and Science in Homeland Security from the U.S. Army Command and General Staff College, a Master's of Arts in Management from Leadership from Webster University, and a Master's in Strategic Studies from the U.S. Army War College. Colonel Cox's most notable awards include the Legion of Merit, Bronze Star, and the Combat Action Badge. Please welcome Colonel Cox to the podium.
we go. The tall guy, get this set up. Okay, distinguished guests, fellow veterans, faculty, students, I'm so honored to be a part of this ceremony today, and thank you for having me here. I used to dodge these type of ceremonies and speaking engagements like the plague. Like many other veterans who served before me, I didn't recognize how important it was that we told our stories, that we came out in public, we put on our uniform, not for ourselves, but for those who served and continue to serve. And that's a very, very big deal. So again, honored to be here today. Although today's not about me, I am going to start off with kind of a lighthearted story about how I joined the military in hopes that you will follow up with some of the other veterans here and in your community to get to know their stories as well. So let's rewind 35 years ago, and being in Tyson, it seems only appropriate that I tell you I grew up on Chicken Farm, about 30 miles west of here, and that's what I knew. I went to a consolidated school of 8 other small rural towns. I didn't know anyone that went to college unless they were a teacher, and that was pretty much what I thought college was about. And so, let's see, October of my senior year, my counselor called me in and said, okay, Kevin, what are you planning on doing for the next phase of your life? And I'm like, well, I don't want to be a teacher, so college is out. I think I'll go to a technical school. And she protested greatly. So all those who are counselors, I have a real heart for them, and to say what a change it's made in my life with that counselor and that one change of, no, let's go ahead and spend 1 year in college. I'm like, oh, how do I do that? She's like, I'll help you find a way on the money for 1 year, and then after that 1 year, you can make up your mind what you want to do. Okay, that sounds like a deal. So she got me all enrolled in college for my first year, and I finished up my senior year and had the 2 people in all the town that I knew that were military had came to me, and one of them wanted me to join the military. And like many of you guys out in your seats, I thought I kind of knew what my future was. Started out, I was going to do technical school. Now I'm going to college. It'll be all right. I got a plan. It's all good. And I shut them down. I didn't want to hear anything about it at the time because I just didn't know what I didn't know. And I didn't think that was going to be for me in life. So fast forward a couple of months, my best friend in high school, David, did join the military. Caught me off guard quite a bit. I got a girl, girlfriends, that happens. Her whole family was in the military, all veterans. Went off to college my very first semester with my best friend, David, who'd been my lifelong friend. He got back from basic training, and lo and behold, 2 months into our apartment together, he didn't get the phone call. The Persian Gulf conflict had happened. Iraq had invaded Kuwait, and my friend was going to war. Not only was he going, but all my wife's family was also going, and I was staying behind. So that persona of Kevin knowing everything and not really paying attention to the military quickly changed. I looked into what opportunities there were and what I could do, and it was too late. All those I knew and loved were gone. Well, David was gone. That little girl that I'd met that had a family of military, I decided I'd ask her to marry me. And so wasn't long after that, David called me from Iraq. The war's over. I'll be coming home soon. How's everything going? I'm like, David, I'm getting married, and you're going to be my best man. He's like, I don't know about that. It's going to take a little while to get back. We got to wait on all these ships and load all this equipment. It's going to be a big deal. I'm like, well, if I don't have you, then I'm not going to have a best man. So the very next month, David was back at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. He calls me like, hey, what's the day of that wedding again? I'm like, it's in 4 days, man. You going to make it or what? He's like, I'm going to ask. So he asked his chain of command, hey, can I take off and get a pass to go back to 300 miles away to be a best man? They're like, doesn't hide. That's not going to work out. But his squad leader and his platoon sergeant and a few other people at a lower level said, you know, they can't give you a pass. That's really not right. We just got back from war, but we can let you skate out overnight. Just keep it on the down low. Don't tell anyone. Get back here as quick as you can. So David Bush was the very first person from the 142nd that traveled back from Fort Sill, Oklahoma in hours of darkness to be at my wedding. And we thought we were all sly and secretive and it was all going to be okay. And sure enough, Channel 5 News showed up. And David stood beside me in his desert camos. And he was my best man that day. And it was a special, special moment. 3 months later, I was in the Army on a career path to be a 34-year-old colonel. I tell you all this to let you know that there's a lot of decisions for a 15 to an 18-year-old, and don't close any doors. You'll be amazed how much opportunity there is if you'll just take a minute to take a pause, evaluate what you don't know, learn from those situations, and then make a very, very informed decision rather than just the spare of the moment. And I'd urge you to talk to these other veterans. That's just one glimpse of a pre-war story for me with 34 years of other stories to tell. But it's a very special occasion to be a part of the military. Again, so honored to be a part of you all and be here today. Mr. Cooper stole some of my thunder talking about Veterans Day and Armistice and the hours and the days and all that. So let me bypass some of that history lesson and just say, why are we really here? Why Veterans Day? Veterans Day, as he said, is all about honoring the citizens that either volunteered or were asked to serve our country. I can't tell you how big of a sacrifice that is for those people to do that. Countless birthdays, births, funerals, special occasions with families, on and on the list goes. And those men and women lifted their right hand, took an oath, and they did it. And they forgot about all those other things. And I say forgot about lightly because those always tug at you. It's difficult missing all those occasions, but it's very, very special. And they did it for all of you, all of society, all the freedoms we gain. The second thing about Veterans Day is to remember. So it's one, to honor the veterans. It's a second, just to reflect. Why on earth do we have to send so many of our population abroad to fight in these wars and foreign conflicts and everything else? And it's a very deep-rooted concern for each of us, and everyone has their own opinions on it. But Veterans Day is truly a time to reflect on your personal feelings about why that takes place, and possibly to reach out to another veteran to talk about that. I told you one of my stories. I could go on for millions of others, and lots of the other veterans here could do the same thing. The military opens up lots of opportunities for us, all at a sacrifice. Worldwide travel, speaking in front of thousands, lots of education. Again, I was a poultry kid, grew up on a chicken farm, and the military is opening up to 3 master's degrees, a CPA license, and friends around the globe that I would have never known. The very first time I hopped on an airplane was from the military enlistment processing station at Little Rock to my first duty station. The first time I was on an over-the-road bus was from Fort Smith, Arkansas, to get that military enlistment position. Since then, countless plane rides, countless adventures, on the list goes. And I really can put it all back to 3 people: my best man, my wife's family, and a counselor in high school that said, hey, you need to consider some other options. You don't know quite everything yet. Try something different. That was big, huge for me. So in wrapping this up, we kind of hit about Veterans Day and what that's about. You got to be asking, okay, is it enough for me to just keep on telling all these veterans, thank you for your service? Because that's awkward for us. It's nice, we appreciate it, but it's always, what do I do? And I heard just recently in another person's speech that an airman had been telling people, you're worth it. And that's pretty special. Thank you for your service, you're worth it. But to take that a step further, there's things we can do to repay those veteran sacrifices along the way. And I'm gonna give you 4 key points to consider of how you can repay all those sacrifices, the blood, the missed opportunities those people had with their families and everything else. Number 1, and we're in a great place to talk about this, seizure education. Education is huge, and this is one of the most spectacular schools I've ever been in, and you are so fortunate to be here. And education is enormous, and you can't just take it for granted. You have to seek it out and learn as much as you possibly can while you're here. Second, it's good behavior. Seems awful easy. I think we all know the 10 Commandments and what's right and what's wrong, and even if you don't, you kind of have an inside feeling when you're not really doing the right thing. But there's a lot of peer pressure in the world, and there's a lot of people that say, live like there's no tomorrow, and that's not a very accurate way to live or a very healthy one too. So have some good behavior. Thirds, take care of your bodies. Arkansas is not always known for being the slimmest people and in the best shape. And I can't tell you how much that's gonna make a difference in your life. Good genetics is a great blessing, but the other side of that is just taking care of what God gave you and getting out and doing something and exercising and enjoying it. Fourth and last, and we'll hit on charity. So if those of you who want to look for some way to serve in your communities and such, it doesn't have to be in money. It may be in community efforts. It may be in volunteer time. There's 1,000 ways out there that you can serve in order to repay the sacrifices of your veterans along those 4 things. And the last one, just practicing charity. I'll tell you, on one of my deployments, my wife had 2 kids at home, and she drove 30 miles to work and took the kids to school on her way. And someone from our community decided that every week they would come to our house, get my wife's list of groceries, and go buy all those things and put them back in the refrigerator while she was gone to work. What an enormous act and service. And that's just one of a gazillion things you could think of to do for people. And it doesn't have to be veterans, just anyone within society. So I've probably gone on longer than I should, so let me kind of wrap up with this. Saving Private Ryan was a nice 1995 film, which goes back in my era. And when the captain was dying after saving Private Ryan, who was Matt Damon at the time, was like, "Captain, what can I do? What can I possibly do to repay all this sacrifice?" And the captain said, "Earn it. Earn it." There's been so many before all of us in this stadium today that have paid numerous sacrifices, and we need to earn it. And those 4 things I mentioned are a great step first forward that you can still do in high school. Healthy bodies, get an education, the list goes on. But it's very, very important that you start making some steps into adulthood. You don't have it all figured out, no more than I did when I thought for sure the military would not be me. And lo and behold, here I am. It takes time and it takes patience, but just listen to others and reach for that. As I close, again, this has been a wonderful ceremony. Thank you, Mrs. Harrison, for putting this together. It's such an honor to be a keynote speaker in it and to see so many other veterans who are in the place of honor where they really should be for all you've done for us. To the veterans, thank you. Many of you past serve, some in the present, and your sacrifices go without words for what it means to me, to the American citizens, and all those before and after us. And finally, the students, God bless you all, and I pray the very best in all of your lives. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ms. Anderson. I'm the dance teacher here at Don Tyson School of Innovation. We're excited to perform a special piece for you today. This piece was created by our guest choreographer, Jaden Glover. Jaden was inspired by her dad, who served in the Air Force and was deployed to Iran, Afghanistan, Spain, and Japan. Through his service, he learned that the toughest moments are made meaningful by the support of a team and the love of a family at home. This dance honors that spirit, the courage, the sacrifice, and the power of coming together to achieve more than one person ever could alone. Performing To the Wonder, help me welcome the Phoenix Dance Company.
Elemental sound, where it all begins. It can draw you and drag you out, but it's hard to hear that distant voice. It would ring so clear if we could only tune out the noise.
Good morning. My name is Melissa Myers, and I am a college and career readiness instructor here at Don Tyson School of Innovation. I am proud to introduce Dara Cuenca, nominated by faculty members for the Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award. Dara has excelled academically and shown remarkable dedication to her community. Her leadership, integrity, and sense of service reflect the very values we honor today as we recognize the courage and sacrifice of our veterans. Please join me in welcoming Dara to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. As stated, I was recently nominated by SOI faculty members for the Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award, an honor that fills me with great gratitude. When I first learned about this nomination, I fell in love with what it stood for: to promote education, historic preservation, and patriotism. These pillars stand at the heart of what it means to be an engaged citizen. As I worked on my scholarship application, I realized that the same spirit that moves the scholarship to preserve a country's ideals is the same spirit that moves every veteran to serve our country. Both are acts of devotion, both are expressions of love for America. Veterans show us that patriotism is not about words, it's about action. It's about standing up when the moment demands it. It's about believing in something bigger than just yourself and being able and willing to sacrifice for it. That same idea of civic engagement, of active, purposeful participation, is what I hope to continue to carry in my own life. That be by making a change in the university I go to, or using the education I get to make a difference in our society. I want to honor the legacy that veterans have given me, a legacy of service, courage, and compassion. Because when we think about the freedoms we enjoy, the right to speak, to learn, to dream, every single one of them exists because someone, somewhere, was willing to defend them. So today, as we celebrate Veterans Day, let's remember that honoring our veterans means more than gratitude. It means continuing their work. It means carrying forward their example in everything that we do. Because the greatest way to thank a veteran is to live with the same courage and dedication they have shown. So thank you, and thank you to every veteran for your service, your sacrifice, and the light of freedom you keep burning for us all. Thank you.
Next up, we have a high-energy performance that you're sure to love. Please welcome the Rhythm and Shoes Company top members performing Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy. This talented group has earned the Precision Award, first place overall at Nationals, a shootout bid, and second place grand champions. Let's give them a big round of applause for their incredible accomplishments and enjoy the performance of Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
Take you to the Hotel Martinet in Brooklyn, where Bobby Millett and his orchestra are offering a program of dance music.
He was a common man at his craft, but then he stumbled
dig this.
The Armed Forces Melody, sometimes known as the Armed Forces Salute, is the collection of the official songs of the 5 military uniformed services of the United States. We invite you to stand as the flag for your branch of the military is presented. United States Army. United States Navy. United States Coast Guard. United States Air Force. United States Marine Corps.
As we conclude our ceremony, I would like to once again extend our deepest gratitude to our honored guests, the veterans. Thank you for your service, and thank you for your sacrifices. We also greatly appreciate Colonel Kevin Cox for joining us to speak on behalf of the veterans today. Thank you. Students, at this time, we're going to allow our guests to exit the auditorium, and then you will wait further instructions on dismissing back to class. Thank you again.